Well, hello. I hope everyone has had a great week. This has been a fantastic month for me. I will say this. I am completely done with Ralph after this. If you're someone who doesn't want to hear about IBS or Ralph, I promise you, unless he goes to jail, unless he gets sued, unless he dies, this is it. I'm going to say my piece, I'm going to laugh my laugh, and then I'm done. Because I don't think that Ralph will ever go away. And I'll explain why I think that in a bit. I'm going to recap events, I'm going to say what I want to say, and then I'm just done. But I will say this, when I did my corn joke, I did not actually expect prosperity and wealth to come to the land. But this month has been great for me in many different ways, which I'm not even going to get into. Just take my word for it. If I'm happy, there has to be some reason for it. There has to be some source of dopamine coming in. So that's that. Let me do a recap, and it starts with PPP, the big fat Canadian guy who likes to scream a lot and pee on camera and get banned from YouTube over and over and over again. It started with him coming after New Project 2. And entirely because of Ralph, I feel. Because Ralph went after PPP, went after his congregation, got him kicked out of church, got him completely fucked over. PPP has tactically had this vendetta in him, I think. I not talked to him about it, but that's what he said. He said because Ralph very personally went after this guy, he's had it out for him. And because of that bad blood, one thing left to another. And suddenly, PPP has amassed this wealth of goodwill towards him. Because he doesn't do it for money. He just wants to shit all over Ethan Ralph. And a lot of people took to that. In the platform of people yelling at each other on the internet, things had become very stagnated. Everyone was very friendly, and there was no conflict anymore. There were a couple of designated bad people, namely Monday Matt, Kraut, King of Pole, basically anyone that Jim has made fun of, that were sanctioned good targets. And everyone else on Ralph's side was untouchable. And I think people grew extremely tired of this. And when PPP came in and shook that up, became completely beyond reproach. You couldn't touch him with anything. He had gone on stream naked and just showed his asshole on New Year's. How could you possibly rumble with him anymore? And it just resulted in a spectacular shit show. And to a point, I think that, loyalty and friendship is important. But there's only so much that you can put up with of eating someone else's shit. Because everything that's happened to Dick and to Ralph as a result of PPP coming in and shitting on them has been exacerbated by what they've done. And if you watch the stream that I did with Aid and PPP a couple days ago, I did a little spiel to Gator at the start. And I said to Gator, when Ralph does these things, he's not just humiliating himself. He's not just embarrassing himself. He is shitting out onto a plate and expecting you to eat it. He is by extension disrespecting you and your loyalty to him, because he thinks that it's like a bubble, that everything he does is just him and his life, and if you have a problem with it, that's your fault. But in reality, there are people around him who are negatively impacted by what he does, and he does not give a fuck. I don't think Dick gives a fuck either. And that led to me saying, in earnest, that it may be time to sacrifice Ralph to the corn. And with that, I have a little clip of exactly what I said that I'll play for you now in case you missed it. PPP won on gaining more fans, I guess. I mean, okay, I don't dislike Ralph, but I'm at a place, and I'm not being ironic, where I think it may be time to sacrifice Ralph to the corn. We have to sacrifice Ethan Ralph, to the gods, so that the corn will be a bountiful harvest this year. because I think he has so much bad blood with all these people who fucking hate him that it may be the only solution. We have to sacrifice Ethan Ralph for the harvest. I think it's coming. I don't know. He mocks my predictions. I did go all in predicting that Jim would bail out a new project too, which is Dick Masterson's Patreon alternative, and I was completely wrong, I guess. So he's going to hold me to that. He's going to say that Josh's predictions are bad, but it's just a feeling I get, because the people have demonstrated that they are tired of the status quo, and Ralph seems to be the one they all go after primarily, and people associated with Ralph, like Dick, become the next targets. So I do believe that the momentum against Ralph is mounting. Now, I don't think that was a particularly devastating slight. I just said that he is becoming, through his own actions, a millstone around the neck of anyone who would associate with him. And his immediate reaction upon hearing this, because someone sent it to him, obviously, is this. And I don't have access to my DMs on Twitter anymore. But he sent me this message. I got the fucking alert on my phone. And here is Ethan Ralph sends you a direct message saying, LOL, you will be sacrificed long before me, sir. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, Ralph. I shared this in my Discord, and he snapped at this. Aid confirmed when I talked to her that this corn joke and me sharing his fucking DMs of him essentially saying that I will be gone before him, and I'm getting bullied on my own forum, in part because I was not entirely throwing him under the bus. Me sharing this was a bridge too far for Ralph. And at that point, I'm just like, okay, whatever, Ralph. And since then, Ralph has continued to compound his own problems entirely by himself for no reason other than to try and prove people wrong. Sometimes for no reason whatsoever. And very soon after this, it led to this conversation, which took place on the Dick Show. I want to say that Sunday, like the Sunday after he sent me this, Dick invited us on, and this is the result. The actual conversation is 27 minutes long. You can find it on T-Clips' YouTube channel. This is just the first minute, which is probably the most heated that it gets.
Did you say that Ralph was going to be sacrificed? I didn't watch the stream because for some reason I'm not getting notifications of any of your stuff anymore. I don't know why.
I don't know if that's intentional or if I'm just a retard. Both are equally plausible when it comes to YouTube. But yeah, no, I made a reference to, I've been making a reference to the South Park episode. Oh, I should apologize for the keys you can hear on my keyboard while this plays. That's me playing Space Station 13. I did not stop it throughout this entire conversation. You can hear it throughout the entire call. There's that episode where Britney Spears is basically photographed to death.
Yeah.
Like she tries to blow her brains out and they bring her back and they keep photographing her.
Right.
And the joke is that they have to sacrifice her for the harvest. I'm like, well, if we have to sacrifice Ralph for the corn, whatever. That's just going to be it. And then he sends me this really pissy fucking DM, like, you, sir, will be sacrificed long before me. I'm like,
that's exactly true. By the way, first off, he makes this analogy on his show, and then he goes, "I'm not joking. This is not a joke. I'm dead serious. Ralph needs to be sacrificed so I can stop being picked on by my own board every single day, and they can stop calling me a child molester again every single day." So he's trying to turn the heat back on me. Then he goes like a woman and leaks the DMs to his Discord because that's the kind of dude he is. So I mean. That's Josh for you. I don't know what to say.
Very, very eloquent. Being called a child molester by my own board, so you don't have to accuse me of being a child molester, but you can throw it out there without eating it.
Not me, Josh. I don't know.
I think that's what a woman does.
Your own people said that, Josh. I didn't say that. Many people are saying that, but I'm not one of them.
Is this for real?
I like Sean's bewildered. Is this for real? He's just snapping out of the antidepressants just long enough to be like, wait a second. What am I listening to right now? I don't know if Dick's laughter in that is just like awkward laughter, like what the fuck, or what. I've soured, my opinion on that has soured over time, for reasons I will explain. Oh, actually, I'll explain it right now because that's what's next on my little notepad. Let me show you this picture. I've shown this before on screen, I think. I will name them from front to back and left. It's Ethan Ralph, Digibro, Digibro's girlfriend, Riley, who is Dick's producer for The Dick Show, his only employee besides Sean, and then Mint Salad, who is a furry pornography artist who left her family at Dick's suggestion, who has ended up dating his producer. That was a big conflict on the show because she like had just turned 18. His advice was like, yeah, just abandon your family and draw furry porn. She was like, oh, okay, and ended up with his producer. And a lot of people on his show thought that was kind of scummy, and it caused some problems for him. But I love this picture. I posted it like a dozen times already because it perfectly summarizes this weird thing, which fomented me from someone who was just going to ignore Ralph and put up with the fuss on Twitter, to someone who very eagerly wanted to humiliate Ralph. And it was that all 6 of these people, all at once, turned immediately. I had no opinion of Riley at all. Apparently Mint Salad had drawn me like a playing card, like the 6 of Hearts was like my dog or something, and she does this for all the Dick Show guests. I had no idea about that. I had forgotten about it entirely. But he very, very explicitly told me in the Dick Show Discord that I was not welcome. That I was the guy. I think the exact words were something like, "I was the guy at the party who everyone wanted to leave and knows that, but has to be explicitly told to leave." And then after that, a couple people in the Discord, including Digibro and his girlfriend, started getting at me for calling people into lolicon pedophiles. And once someone started saying that I was a Karen because I had reported Shadman to the talent agency of Daphne Keene for drawing her being raped by Hugh Jackman, I was like, okay, I'm going to leave the Discord, and I don't want to be around these people. And it was that moment. There was actually one more specific moment after this. Like, okay, I could side Riley as just being a retard, because he is a retard. But his actions started to reflect on Dick, because there was a point where he said in the Discord after I had left, when people were asking why he had asked me to leave, he said that I was scaring away bigger names for the show. And if you don't know Riley, from what I've discovered after the fact, he has basically been abandoned by his family. His dad's dead or something. He has daddy issues real bad. And he's a ketamine addict. He like microdoses LSD and shit. He's just high 24/7. So his mind can barely hold a thought. For him to come up with the words, he's scaring away bigger names on the show, I don't think that's something that Riley could come up on his own. I think those are words that were said to him by someone else, and I'm going to assume that's Dick. So after that, I was just like, kind of fuck these people. And I told Dick very explicitly in that call later on that his bantering with the forum is going on Twitter and arguing with people and quoting posts from the forum and yelling at them and back and forth wasn't just in the same way that Ralph leaking his own sex tape recently wasn't just affecting him. It was something that affected me and causing problems for me. And I didn't take kindly to that. And I hoped that Gator would look at what Ralph was doing and not take kindly to that either. But I think Gator is just completely complacent in his situation. But I was not complacent in that situation. It really did. It bothered me. After this point, Ralph hooked up with Faith, I think. This was after Aid and them had gotten together and fallen apart within 2 months. He'd gotten together with Faith, who was an 18-year-old girl fresh out of high school. And he insisted on showing her off. And Dick was like, let's fucking Chad to date an 18-year-old. I mean, who would say no to an 18-year-old? I think most people thought it was creepy. And I mean, to an extent, like, yeah, people, let me just say, because I'll probably mention this not on this stream, but later, that I don't think Ralph is a pedophile. And even if he was talking to Faith before she was 18, that's like a legal issue for him. That's not like he's a pedophile for doing it. I think that any man about my age or older who dates someone who's not even of drinking age has something wrong with them. They're either emotionally stunted, or they are looking for naive and vulnerable people, or something along those lines. You cannot, anybody under the age of 21 is too stupid and juvenile to really have a true relationship with, friendship-wise or romantically. People that young are fucking retarded, and they're a different generation. They have different interests. They listen to different shit. Faith was born like weeks before September 11th, so she has no concept of the environment, no possibility of having a conception of what life was like before 9/11 and the environment in which me, and to a lesser extent Ralph, were raised. That's why people found it creepy and not impressive at all. She was just a frumpy, depressed teenager who had very serious issues, and he desperately wanted people to be impressed by this woman that he was fucking, and he insisted on putting her face on everything. The smart thing to do would be to not show her off and not risk her being fucked with by the entire internet, because you've done some really stupid shit that pissed a lot of people off. That would be the smart thing to do. If he actually gave a fuck about her, that's what he would do. But he didn't. She was a trophy, and he kept showing her off, and her insecurities became very clear. There was video of them together in 104-degree heat, which is like 41 degrees Celsius, just stifling heat, where she was wearing long sleeves, and probably because she's a cutter. I was dating a methamphetamine dealer, and her mouth and her teeth reflect that she probably did meth. So she would cover her mouth. When the camera was on her, she would look away from the camera. She wore long sleeves. She had tons and tons of very prominent insecurities. And Ralph insisted on putting her on camera. On the second story fire, even, when the camera moved onto her, it's like she flinched and looked away, like it was the gaze of Medusa. And, like the eye of Sauron was falling on her. And he, like, very angrily demanded, "Smile, motherfucker," or some shit, and forced her to, like, turn her head and grimace at the camera to appease him. And the entire time, it's like all Ralph had to do at any time during this was nothing. He had to do nothing. When the Monday Matt stream happened with me and PPP, we did a stream together. And for anyone who gets upset, like, "Josh, why are you talking to Monday Matt and Kraut and King of Pole? These are bad people. Jim told me they're bad people, so I know it to be true." I'll talk to anyone who I want. I probably won't talk to pedophiles, but I don't think any of them are pedophiles. And more importantly, the whole joke is PPP is holding down Ralph and letting the little kids that got bullied walk up and take gunshots. That's the point. That's what makes it funny. And his reaction to the Monday Matt stream should have been nothing, but instead he boots up a counter stream, realizes that if he were to try and stream snipe us, he would be completely fucking torn apart in the audio, and then just decides to say, "Oh, sorry, watch the stream tonight," and aborts it. And all he had to do was nothing. And then when PPP started streaming his streams and his Patreon content, all Ralph had to do was nothing. Or when we streamed his Patreon content, go to Twitter and say, "If you guys are enjoying, PPP's restream of my Patreon content, be sure to subscribe on Patreon," and just do nothing. But instead, he went to DLive publicly, demanding action be taken, demanding our channels be taken down, which is why I'm not on DLive, because fuck them. Complete pieces of shit, those people. And it showed that he was vulnerable. And in the same way that, like, a piranha can smell blood, everyone could see that he was extremely injured by people making fun of him. And that's why people went after him so hard. And it culminated like 2 days ago in him, apropos of nothing, apropos of her ex, the meth head, a fucking meth dealer who's just a complete waste of life, an actual literal cuckold to Ralph. He sends this man on live stream a video of him fucking this chick and literally shoving his thumb up her ass, pulling out a shitty finger and inhaling it like he was trying to toke off fucking a blunt or something. It was not just a sloppy, disgusting sex tape. It was fucking repulsive. And all he had to do was nothing the entire time. And even then, I don't think that he'll stop streaming, because of course not. He's too stubborn. He has to prove the haters wrong. And Aid has confirmed, and I've known for a while, that he has tens of thousands of dollars saved up in his accounts from his high point. So what I predict for the future for Ralph is he'll continue to stream. He'll make a couple $100 a week. That'll be his drinking money, and he'll just survive off of his savings until he dies, which is probably in the next 10 years. He owns his property outright. He has a car. He has his nest egg. And he has this core audience of people who just want to hear their political opinions reiterated. I mentioned this elsewhere, but when you hear someone agree with you politically, it releases the same chemicals in your brain that heroin does. It's very relaxing to hear someone agree with you. That's why ideologues are so popular. That's why, you know, some shit like the Chapo Trap House can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, an unbelievable amount of money. It's because those people are just the opioid dealers for the masses who want to hear what they already think be said back to them. So those people are never going to take an L. They're never going to abandon Ralph. They have this misguided sense of loyalty, and that's fine. But I've realized after the sex tape that there's nothing left to take from him. He has been completely and totally humiliated. His revenge porn shit has shown to any woman worth having that he is not just physically repulsive, not just a complete fucking asshole, but someone you can't trust and feel safe with. So he'll never have another person worth having in his life. He's proven to his friends that he'll turn on them. He has undermined himself incredibly and put strains on all of his relationships. And the only things that are left for him are what he already has: his savings, his property, his mother, his life, his freedom. And if he's going to give those things up, he'll have to do it on his own. Nobody can take those things from him. I'm not going to drive over to Ralph's house and shoot him. I don't have to. So that's why I say I'm done. After this stream later tonight, I'll probably reduce the notice on the front page to a single line, make a post about it, and I'll wash my hands of this. There's one more thing I feel I have to do, and I'll do it this week. But aside from that, I consider this done. I told Ralph and I told people around him that he was an incredibly poor person to associate with, specifically because he does not give a fuck about anyone except himself. And he has proven me right beyond a shadow of a doubt. And the only people left around him are retards who will get what they fucking deserve sooner rather than later. So that's my thoughts on Ralph. I mentioned before that I don't know if it was true that maybe we did need to sacrifice Ralph to the gods, because the stuff with the payment processors got resolved. Something I had with Brave got resolved. I think I've figured out visa issues. All this week, after Ralph started the downward spiral, things started falling into place immediately. So I'm not very superstitious, but I'm thinking it was meant to be. And things are going to be okay for the rest of 2020. At least I hope so. Who knows though? I don't want to brag, because that as we've seen, when you start bragging and challenging the world to shit on you, they will find a way to do it. So I'm happy for what I have. I'm happy I'm not Ralph. I hope everyone is happy that they're not Ralph. I think that's it. I think that's it for Ralph. Is there anything I missed? Does anyone feel like I've missed something that I should mention? If you're wondering, I'm not planning on starting any alliances. I probably there's one more thing I want to do, one more show appearance, and then after that I'm probably done for a very long time in regards to guest appearances and shit. I entered into this with really good intentions. I wanted to make some friends, to stabilize my situation, to help ground my forum, because I'm at the upper limit of what a single person can do to keep something online that people really don't want to keep online. And all my efforts to stabilize the site with the help of other people have completely failed. And I might try again in the future, but for right now, I'm just completely burned out on it. And I don't want to make the anticipated Godwinson PPP Kraut Mundane Nat whatever the fuck alliance that people are speculating on does not exist, and it will never exist. So don't. Oh, and Ralph after this posted a picture of him getting what he says swatted. It's a fucking wellness check because he went quiet for like 6 hours and everyone thought he was dead. So they called a wellness check on him. People in Richmond at the time confirmed that it was a wellness check. It was not swatting. I will tell you this for a fact. If you are swatted, you are not smiling and taking pictures at the end of it. You are detained. You're probably going to the police department until they can clear up whatever the fuck happened. It is not pleasant to be swatted. You're not smiling. The police are not smiling because they got woken up in the middle of the fucking night to go put on armor and AR-15s and come to your fucking house and throw in, like, no, they're not pleased. So complete fucking distortion of the truth just to get a little bit of sympathy after completely destroying a girl's life. That's the kind of person Ralph is, a liar. And if Faith decides to go forward and make a criminal complaint, which could lead to a prosecuting attorney deciding, Nick Rekieta did a stream saying that it would probably be hard to come at him with revenge porn statutes just because of how they're written. You'd have to prove malicious intent, and you'd have to prove that it's her. You'd have to prove a lot of things that are easier said than done. So whatever she decides to do, I wish her luck. If she decides to just disappear and not be on the internet again, probably for the best. But that's it. All right, let me get a drink of water, and then I have something special. Oh, and just so you know, I don't intend to like talk about like the digipedos. They did some kind of weird autistic thing where they like took each other's names. And to deal with the weird gender confusion thing that they're trying to do to like own the haters, I'm just going to call them the anime review pedophiles. I have no intention of doing like a stream or a conversation with the anime review pedophiles because they are very, very clearly the type of people who enjoy negative attention. It reminds me a lot of Nick Bate, who openly bragged about molesting his sister just because he loved when people hated him, and I don't want to feed into that. So... All right, let me get my drink of water, and then I have something else prepared. All right, I mentioned a very special person who I've heard about since she had only a few hundred subscribers, a few hundred views on her videos, and who now is a sensation. You've probably seen this picture of Sagittarius Shawty floating around. It's been very popular. I think this is her. I've heard it's being disputed if this is actually Shawty or not. It looks just like her. I cannot imagine who else it would be. It's very amazing. So there's a video that she put out recently, a vlog, and I think that she's probably going to be one of those people who just becomes really famous for being weird, like almost like a Christian, just because she's very accessible to a normal person who can sit down and watch her videos, and it's so dense and it's content that you don't have to be like a purveyor of weirdos to appreciate it. So I have her most recent vlog, and we're gonna parse through it. And some timestamps picked out.
Okay.
This is a 47-minute long video, but don't worry, I do have timestamps for it. 14:23.
Okay, so I just checked into the room and now I'm waiting for my future potential future bae. It's such a luxury hotel, so I mean, I'm gonna obviously show you guys around. So you guys are gonna be so fucking jealous of me. It's not even funny. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the outside view. This is the outside view. Yeah, like it's so.
If you're complaining about her camera angles, it never changes. She really, really likes like supreme close shots, like from a low angle, which is weird. Most women like to do like the upper, like the MySpace camera angle. She likes it super low so you can see her nostrils, and never changes.
Like, I know most of you could never afford this in your life. And then there's this. This is the bed. So there's a couch thingy there. Oh no, I just showed my. This is the thingy. And it's a smoking room. I know, how badass. This is my air conditioner. Another mirror. This is the luxury bathroom. We got like a big bathroom. Yeah. And it has like a cool mirror. And that's the shower. I know, I'd be jealous of me if I were you too. Oh. They also added a special treat in here for us. Like, for our stay, they added flies. We didn't even have to ask for them. I gotta pee. But yeah, I'm waiting for my future bae to come here.
So if you're not, she is being self-aware. Do not think that she actually thinks it's a luxury hotel. She does break and accidentally refer to it as like a shithole at some point in the video. But this is her motel room, and I think she explains in like 50 seconds from here her history with this hotel room. I think she explains, but just to be clear, what she does is she likes to hook up on Tinder or through people she knows on OnlyFans, get them to come out to fuck her at this hotel or motel or telly, as she likes to refer to it, which is, I guess, a Canadian thing. And before anyone gets confused, this is not an American woman. This is a Canadian woman, so fuck off. That KFC pride that you saw was 100% Canadian homegrown, so fuck you. But she meets up with guys and then fucks them at this hotel and then films it and puts it on OnlyFans. And Ralph, if you're hurting for money after this whole debacle, you can try doing that. You might. I think the listeners to the Ralph Retort would probably pay for that. Okay, 55. Oh, 52. Don't want to miss any second of this.
Yep. I'll be back. I have to pee. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is the exact same room and motel that I spent the night with another guy the other night. The exact same room I fucked in and turned up with another guy the other night. I feel so grimy. Just kidding, no I don't. But still, it's kind of funny. It's literally the exact same room. And my first experience ever at this motel was, okay, so like, you see, I don't know if you can see it, like, but it's like the top floor, well, the second floor, so use upstairs at the end. This is one of like, no, it's not. Okay, so I did a call here, and it was some really big, like, old guy who was smoking meth in the room, and like, he paid me $250 to suck his dick for like 30 minutes. Not really. Well, it was 30 minutes, but I didn't stay the whole 30 minutes. I left. But, $250 just to suck dick, bitch. Yeah, he had a lot of money, too. And he wanted me to... But he wanted me to do things that I didn't want to do. I don't remember what he wanted. I was super shy about working back then, so I was kind of like... But, like, this guy dropped me off, and he picked me up from there, and, like, it was lit. Also, I used to work here when I was homeless, and it was the worst fucking time of my life. Yeah.
Okay, so she's obviously very, very shameless, but it's such a weird contradiction because she is both extremely shameless and also extremely self-conscious at the same time. And this video is like the duality of man, duality of woman, because she does not give a fuck on the other hand, but on the other hand, is very, very concerned about appearances, which just fucking bewilders me. It's such an interesting part of like the character of Sagittarius Shawty that when the whiplash happens and she says something that's very self-conscious, you're like, what the? How do you care about that, but not about everything else that you do?
Okay. Also, Fashion Nova wants me to start taking pictures for Instagram. I don't know if I told y'all that, but part of my agreement now is that I have to take 2 pictures per month of me in a Fashion Nova outfit and post it to Instagram. But here's the thing, they want me to do a full body picture, so I might have to back out of my Fashion Nova thing because, bitch, I can't take full body pictures. Are you dumb? I genuinely don't know how. I don't know how to make myself even look remotely good. Do I use Photoshop maybe? Plus, who the fuck is gonna take my pictures if it has to be full body? I don't have a really nice mirror like that. Maybe I should ask my Tinder dates to take pics for me. Hey, do you mind just taking some pics of me on this? Imagine if I posted a picture of me in this fucking luxurious ass telly. Fuck. I just ate pizza and now I have to fucking shit.
Oh. So if you don't know, Fashion Nova is like a black girl thing. It's like a big black girl clothing store. And as we know for sure, Saji is an honorary member of the African Canadian community. So she gets to model for that. But that's the thing that gets me. It's okay, she's willing to suck dick for money, but she's not willing to do a full body picture for legitimate money from a company she could develop a relationship with. That's the whiplash. Then that's I didn't need to skip forward in time. She goes from talking about the time that she was a homeless prostitute at the same motel that she's still doing OnlyFans shoots in to, I can't do a full body shoot for Fashion Nova because I'll look bad in a full body shot. I don't fucking get it. I guess that's something that can only be understood in the purview of a woman. Not even to be sexist, I'm just saying that is something that is uniquely, and there is no man on the face of the planet who has ever had that kind of thought in her head. And I'm sure there's been more than one Shawty in the world. I'm just saying.
But I can't because he is 5 minutes away. I don't know why my lips look like this. Why does it look so weird up here?
It's herpes. It's herpes.
Oh shit. I wiped on my freaking makeup and I'm fucking down my lip. Oh my god, how do I fix that? There's no fixing it, is there? Whatever. Not that bad. Now my breath smells like pizza. What if he tries kissing me and my breath smells like fucking pizza? It literally smells like garlic and pizza. Oh my god, I need him to come here and hump me. I need to get humped. Sex is so bad. Don't ever have sex, kids. Never. Don't have sex, ever. It'll get you killed. Sex kills. Sex kills. Kills.
She's a much better female Joker than actual cosplayers who try too hard. She revels in the female Joker attire. This is why I like her, by the way. She's very funny. She has a very self-aware sense of humor. It's sort of like a tragedy and a comedy mixed together. It's excellent. Which is why I said she's gonna take off. This is my next corn prediction. I'm calling the shot. I'm Babe Ruth in it, pointing at the at the audience, I'm saying this lady, this fine young woman from Canada, is going to be on TLC, like the Tammy Slayton sister. She's going to have her show. Because she's not racist, and that's all that matters anymore.
I'm bored. This better go well, or I swear to God, I'm actually just gonna fucking, like... I won't care, because I actually don't give a fuck, because it's not like we were talking or anything. He just randomly hit me up and said, let me give you some BBC, and I was like, fuck yeah, show me what you look like. And then he was cute, and I'm like, hey, come here, daddy. So yeah, now I'm getting some BBC. I just want a fucking boyfriend. I want consistent penis. I'm tired of fucking hooking up and having to, like, reintroduce myself to guy after guy. Literally, I go through, like, 2 guys a week now. Like, fuck me. Who am I? I need a hobby. I literally need a hobby. Like, who does this? Like, this is literally my hobby. Fucking men is my hobby. Tinder dates and Hinge dates and shit are my hobby. Oh, by the way, I don't have Tinder anymore, so... For anyone who sees a Tinder profile, it's not me. Stop getting finessed. Love y'all. I'm so nervous I have to poopy. What if we're making content and you can see the poo, like, peeking in my bumhole saying, hello, I want to come out. And he's like, yo, ew, your shit's coming out. And then I just get really nervous and just shit everywhere. Could you imagine?
Yes, actually. I've seen some shit this week. Okay, 2635.
Basically, I'm a dumbass and I keep getting sidetracked. Okay, so we met off Tinder. We used to talk or whatever. Not talk, but like we used to like text or whatever. And he like messaged me last night and he was like, oh, like, hey, remember me? And I was like, no. And then so basically, long story short, he's taking me on a date and he watches my vlogs. So this probably won't even get posted. Depends on how it goes. Okay, he just rudely interrupted my video. What was I saying? Oh, if he does me dirty, I'm gonna like post a video. But anyways, he just called me and said that we're going to Wild Wings. So
oh, I wish I had some chicken.
I was
tendies.
really disappointed. I like Wild Wings. I told him we can go wherever has alcohol. Okay, listen. No, before y'all. I wish I could edit that out. I just want to like have mixed drinks. Like, I'm not getting drunk. I'm not gonna sit there and get shit faced because every restaurant has a limit on how many drinks you can get. First of all, second of all, suck my dick. I haven't drank all week. It's what day is it? It's Thursday. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I haven't been doing anything. It's not life is the same without my best friend.
Oh, her best friend's in jail. She came out of jail, or maybe recently in jail. I don't know. Shawty just got out of jail, sometime recently. And yes, I do miss chicken wings. That's the one thing I really, really miss about the U.S. Is going to Beef O'Brady's and getting some boneless chicken tendies with the sauce. Oh no, she's not at jail. She's at like involuntary hold. I don't know how they do it in Canada, but I think she's in like a crazy people bin, which is probably where she needs to be. Okay. And for all the people shipping us, I'm sorry, but she's only into black guys. I'm pretty sure she's like 100 like black exclusive, and I don't stand a chance. There's no way.
I need to shower and wash my butt. It is a legit date, but like I've never been on a date where it doesn't end up with me like having a dick in my mouth or my butt cheeks. Not my butt cheeks. I feel uncomfortable talking about this. I've never had a date end without sex. So like I gotta be safe just in case. Like I gotta be clean so that he's not running around saying that my pussy stinks. So yeah, I'm gonna clean that. It looks weird without bottom lashes.
That's great. That's okay. And this video, by the way, is an amalgamation. See, this is what I mean. Look at how much better she looks when it's like a downward angle, and she's not doing the potato face upwards angle. It's like a completely different person. I have no idea why she does it the opposite way to make herself look as unattractive as possible. All right, so this is like a combination of clips, and I think this is after the date.
To add, okay, so basically, when I was at a motel the other night with another guy, yeah, I've been like going out on a lot of like hotel dates. So I was at a motel with this other guy, and like when I took my contacts out to sleep or whatever, and I left my contact case there with my contacts in them. I have extra contact, but I don't have a contact. I have a contact case, but. So basically, when I go out tonight, I literally cannot see. Like, I cannot see a damn thing. Like, I can see, like, right here. Like, up to, like, here. You guys can't see that. I can see, like, up to here. But, I can't, like, see, like, further. I don't know what that's called. But anyway, so basically, this is a good thing, though, because then I can't really make eye contact because I can't really see his face properly, so...
See, it's better. It's better than Jared Leto. You must all agree on that.
But if I show up and he goes, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't handle this. This is too much for me."
Oh, okay. I'll replay this, but I have a second clip that's only a couple minutes long that will explain this irrational fear. And this is one of those self-conscious moments that seems to contradict her personality.
If I show up and he goes, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't handle this. This is too much for me." I'm dead ass boxing him in the face. No, I'm kidding. I learned my lesson. I'll kick his car and run. No, I can't run. Fuck. I'll figure it out. I'll cause a scene. I'll start yelling at him and pretend to cry. And I'll take a video of it. Okay, bye. Okay, so I have a problem. This isn't even a real problem. Okay, maybe it is a real problem. So basically, there's this guy that I talk to. I don't talk to him, but like he pays me to take.
Oh, this is great.
He pays me to take pictures of my shit and videos of my shit of me shitting. And like,
who do you think this is?
I'm constipated right now, so he won't stop messaging me, like yelling at me through the phone, saying that like he's done wasting his time. Da 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 da. Fucking like I can go waste my time with these other guys. Da, 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 da. Like I'm constipated. What you want me to do? Fucking reach my hand up at my asshole and fucking grab it? Like bitch, I'm constipated. But I want the money too. Like I want the money right now. How do you get unconstipated? Oh, I have some like this Chinese tea stuff that like makes you fucking like shit. But it makes you shit. Last time I took it made me shit 6 times in one day. You know what? I should probably just do that. Well, should I ask him? It kind of...
Okay, I have to replay that. Look at her face as she contemplates this.
Shit, but it makes you shit. Last time I took it made me shit 6 times in one day.
Then the laughter stopped suddenly. And then she gasped. She has an epiphany. This is her epiphany phase. You can see the gears churning as she contemplates this.
You know what? I should probably just do that. Well, should I ask him? Because it kind of gives me diarrhea. Should I ask him and be like, is diarrhea okay? Or does it have to be like solid shit? I just have questions. Anyways, wasn't really a problem. Wasn't a real problem.
All right.
Like he kept hitting me up, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm gonna just give in, see what he wants, whatever. So basically, he like said he was like he wanted to make OnlyFans content with me, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, I'm down. So we link up or whatever, and he's high as fuck off lean.
I don't know what that is.
When he came to get me, I'm pretty sure he crashed into a car while he was trying to turn around to come, like, pick me up on the side of the road. So we go to the motel or whatever, and, like, he keeps sipping lean, like, sipping, whatever. And then he ends up laying down and passes out on the...
It's cough syrup? Are you shitting me? Wow.
Fucking bed, and just, like, won't wake up. And I was like, are you kidding me? So I started yelling, and, like, I was hitting him, and I was like, bro, get the fuck up. I should have left, to be honest, but I got my content, but he was so high that he was, like, taking, like, the videos, like, let's say this is my pussy. He was taking videos, like, not of my, like, it wasn't getting proper.
It's an excellent visual metaphor. It's the pure keynote.
Whatever. So anyway, so then I leave that morning, and I was like, yeah, whatever, upload my content, da da da. Anyway, so then I gave him another chance to chill or whatever, and that was, like, last night, I think it was last night. But basically, so we get the same telly again. I go there, and he was acting different than he was when he was on lean. Well, obviously, but he was nicer on lean. I liked him better on lean. We were going to make content again, and then we did, like, we fucked or whatever, and, like, we made some content, and he started acting all sketchy and thinking that someone was gonna steal his car. And if you're from my city, bitch, you know that shit's, like, not really popping. Like, it's not really like that out here. Especially, like, in the area we were in. Like, nothing was gonna happen to your car. Like, out of all the cars, you think they're gonna choose yours? So, you know how people have beer goggles, like, when they drink, and, like, people look better to them when they're drunk? So they call it beer goggles, and, like, when they take the beer goggles off is when they're, like, sober, and they can see clearly. Anyways, I don't know, I was watching Bad Girls Club the other day, and they were saying that. So, basically, I think he had lean goggles. I think...
You guys, Chad already called it. Already called the lean goggles, and you already called that he was trying to dip. That's what she catches on to.
That when he was on lean, he was like, oh, like, you're so beautiful, da 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 da. And then when he was off lean, he saw me, and he was like...
Fuck. Fuck.
That's my assumption, okay? But basically, because, like, what happened is we finished fucking or whatever, and then he kept hinting at me to, like, go home. He's like, oh, do you want to spend the night, or do you want to go home? He's like, it's up to you. And then he kept, like, pacing back and forth and saying, oh, I don't think I trust it here. I'm scared my car is going to get broken into, da 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 da. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you know what? And, like, ordered my Uber, and I left, and I fucking just, like, blocked him on everything, because... Bye, don't waste my time. He wasted $30 of mine. $30 fucking dollars, bitch. I could have bought, like, so much McDonald's with that.
You could, to be honest, you could buy a lot of McDonald's for that.
Find some chopsticks. Okay, bye. Okay, so obviously, as this man says he's 5 minutes away, my poo is ready to come out. So I will literally be holding in my shit. Not just the nervous shit, but the actual shit. This whole entire date.
See, it's very uncharacteristic of her to be nervous meeting a guy, right? But for some reason she is. And I'll play another clip that kind of explains it.
Hate my life. Hope this goes by quick, so I can go home and poopy. Sorry, I'm walking away. Fake address, I need a company. How long is this alive? Oh. That's hot. That's hot. You look weird.
This is fucking surreal. She's the best.
Oh my god, sorry, there's spit on my fucking face. I just finished sucking dick. This is the fourth time I've been to this motel in the past week with a different guy. Every time, actually no, there was the same guy twice. But 1, 2, 3 different guys in the past week, same motel room. This guy's big dick. This guy's dick big. This guy's dick. This guy's big dick. This guy's dick is big. Holy fuck! Chelsea, get a hold of your mouth. I mean, Joanna. Whoa, sorry. Chelsea's my cousin's name. My name's Joanna. So basically, I just finished sucking his dick, and it's really big, and it's really nice, and it's really clean, and he's gonna get condom, which means safe sex. Y'all can't relate. I'm just kidding. Y'all probably can. Everyone can relate. Anyway, so safe sex. Yeah, I know you guys are proud of me because I'm used to being. Yo, I told him I don't ever have raw sex. He said, I got checked like a couple of weeks ago was the last time you got checked, and I was like, I don't have raw sex. So then he went out and got Jimmy's. So I'm practicing safe sex. Also, he seemed really nice, and like I haven't gotten checked since the last time I had raw sex, and I have to, and I don't want to give him anything if I do, so I'm being like considerate of him here and me. There's a stupid fly in here that keeps crawling on me. I wonder what kind of condom he's gonna get. Is he back already? No. No. Yeah. Also, my poo that I had to poo, like I had to poo over, but I don't anymore. So that's gone. Also, my pussy might stink because I think I'm wearing old pants.
Well, change your pants.
I'm fucking annoying. I'm home. He took me out for dinner.
Oh, okay. That's the end of that, I think. And then one more. This is about 2 minutes.
Oh, we could get a hotel, but I don't have my credit card. And I was like, oh, I know this motel. And then we go to the motel, and then we hook up. We fuck once. I got a couple videos, though, with his permission. So fuck y'all who are all like, oh, Saji doesn't give a fuck about men because she does this behind their back. Da, da, da. Bitch, I did it once. Once.
Everyone gets a free pass one time.
Okay, period. Anyway, so we hook up once, and then we hook up again, and then he goes to his phone, and typical, like this has happened so many times, I'm like, no, I'm not dumb. He goes, oh shit, I gotta go. Even though he said he could chill for a couple hours. It was literally 40 minutes past. Not even, like 30 minutes maybe. And then someone calls him and he goes, yeah, I'm almost home. And I'm pretty sure it was his girlfriend or wife, whatever. So yeah, that's my life right now. Got some cute videos of me sucking some dick, but that's it. And now he's like asking me for half of the telly. Like, are you broke, bitch, or not? And he has 2 kids. Like, technically, if I pay for half the telly, he didn't even take me out at all. My meal was literally like $11.
Can you imagine like cheating on your wife that you have 2 kids with Shawty? With Shawty, that's what you're gonna risk fucking up your whole life for? Like, come the fuck on, dude.
This is why I want to go back to working, so that men have to pay to fuck me, and then I'm not sitting here like, oh, I just got used for sex. I'll be like, oh, this man just paid me. I just got some money. I'm gonna go back to working. I don't care what nobody says. As soon as I get my condo, I'm going back to selling some puss. Period. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being used and abused. Sick of being used and abused. I want some money for this puss. Period. Give me your money or go home. If you don't got no money, go home. Period. It's like Fergie or the Black Eyed Peas say, if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. Yes, I'm breaking out. Oh my god.
Okay, this next one, this next one, I was going to download this video, but it's actually longer than I thought, but it's only the last 2 minutes. So I'm going to hope to explain why she's a little bit self-conscious when it comes to seeing guys for the first time. So hopefully this works. It does. All right.
Okay. He's here. He's here. My god, I look like a fucking fat tire or something. Hey. Dude. We didn't even get down my fucking road. And he looks at me and he goes, I don't want to chill. He's like, this is too much for me. Dude, the man's ugly as fuck, first of all. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, have a good night. You're ugly. What do you mean? I can't do this. Bro, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? I'm actually cheese. Now I'm gonna walk back home. He's like, I can drop you back at your house. Like, no, bitch, I can walk. I got out of the car. I'm like, you're fucking weird. I should have knocked him out. What a fucking loser. Cool. Just gonna go home and sleep. I hate men. Well, bye. I'm taking off my makeup and going to bed, but I just want to know how a man is so shallow that he doesn't even want to be friends with a fat girl. Like, that's fucked up. This man literally said, this is too much for me. It's too much for you to be friends with someone who's overweight. Holy fuck, I don't know who the fuck raised some of these men. Like, fuck. Like, okay, whatever. You're probably broke anyways. Bye. But yeah, no, I'm not crying. I'm laying down and I yawned. If I was crying, I'd be running. I would never cry over a man. Bye, unless you're my ex. Maybe I should just go email my ex again. That's actually so rude. Nah, I can't believe some mans are like that. That's fucked. I fully told him, like, I literally was so specific about how big I was, and then he sees me and goes, no, this is too much. Bitch, I'm fucking cute. Like, fucking, you're too much. You're too ugly. Like, fuck you, bitch, bum ass bitch.
Motherfucker hurt my Shawty.
And he's 33. How are you 33 and still acting like a fucking shallow ass teenager? Like, I really wanted to get drunk. Whatever. Fuck men. Get money. Bye.
And that is Sagittarius Shawty. These are recent videos. This one was July 26th. The other one I showed that I clipped through was 6 days ago, about a week ago. So this isn't like some kind of deep dive archive content. This is just like her daily ritual. And she has like a weird fucked up relationship with her father. She got into a fight and went to jail at some point. Very, very interesting person who will hopefully continue to make very interesting videos, because the other fats are letting me down. Fucking Amberlynn's on like this smug gloat fest where she's like pretending that she's lost a ton of weight and is counting calories and shit. So fuck her. Chantal is stuck in her cycle where she's just like eating gross shit all the fucking time, and I don't know. The cycle has kind of gotten repetitive, and I think it's, you know, those are two people who have like their grift going on, because Chantal has like her grandma's money, and Amberlynn makes tons of fucking money off hate watches, because for some reason the people that hate watch them don't have ad nauseum or ad block on, so they'll be set until their fatness kills them. Sagittarius Shawty, though, she goes outside, she meets the men's, she goes out, she gets into fights, goes to jail. meets like black girls that are like really popular on Instagram off in real life, and then drives around town yelling at men about how they're cheating on her with the women that they're with, even if it's like their mom. So there's a bright future. There's a bright future ahead in Sagittarius Shawty. If she was a cryptocurrency, I'd be holding right now. And I do believe that's it. Some other stuff has happened, mostly political. Brianna Wu started a super PAC, or not a super PAC, but a PAC with Cenk Uygur, which is going to be a scam. Anita Sarkeesian needs more money, so she's starting up this hotline for like gamer girls that got harassed. And it's like a unpaid staff, text message only, and she needs to raise like hundreds of thousands of dollars to operate this phone line. So I guess Anita Sarkeesian took one look at Trends Lifeline and was like, ooh, I bet I can do that one better. And I'm sure she will. I'm sure all these people will fucking make all the money that they want with their fucking grifts, and everyone else gets to eat shit. And I think that's it. Unless I'm gonna read chat. Is there anything I'm missing? Anything interesting? Anyone fuck up worth talking about? Joe Biden picks a cop. A rich white old man picks a cop as his VP pick. I'm sure that's gonna go over great. Nobody gives a fuck anyways. If they're not voting for Trump, they're gonna vote for Kamala Harris. So I'm not surprised. Oh man, I can't believe I almost forgot. This week, this stream, it's because it's a couple days and the Ralph stuff happened. But on the same day that Ralph put out his sex tape, August 11th, this is the 2-year commemorative date of the passing of Terry A. Davis, one of my favorite people who ever had a thread on the forum. An immensely intelligent person, unfortunately beset by schizophrenia, completely hilarious. Everything. Like his worldview, the shit he said was a mixture of heart-touching and just like so off the wall that it constantly interesting. The world is definitely much poorer without Terry. I put a video up; it's featured right now. If you go look at it, I'll link to it on the manattheinternet.com page for this of a video that someone put together that's really nice. It has a quote and a song put to it from Terry. And Russell Greer. I guess I might reach out to Nick Rekieta and see about. I probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't even bother at this point. But Russell Greer is going to try and fight charges of cyber stalking in his state. So good luck with that. I don't think I've ever done a proper stream on Greer, specifically because I'm not a huge fan of his thread. His thread is hard to get through. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for joining me. Sorry I didn't stream last week. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream regularly. I do have a Patreon. For now, I don't know how it got approved. It probably will be taken down soon. But that's on manattheinternet.com. I completely redid the website for manattheinternet.com, and it should have archives, like on-site archives of all the different spotlight streams that I did on specific people, because I know people like those the most. So I'm hoping to preserve them as well as possible. That's on the site. Had to redo the site because New Project 2 died, and he was closing the site, so I had to move everything. And that took fucking forever, by the way. That was painstaking. Don Sargone. Did I not mention? Oh yeah, okay. I did talk about how Sargon won his case against Akilah Hughes. She sued him for copyright infringement over a transformative video he published where she contradicted herself, and she tried to sue him for copyright. That failed, which by itself was a landmark victory for fair use, because it very clearly set a standard that without explicit commentary over clips, you can transform it just by editing and just by moving it to your own channel. The judge very specifically said that Sargon moving the clip from her channel to his was a part of the transformation, which is a great standard to set. And on top of that, recently, after more months of fighting, the judge declared that Akilah Hughes would be responsible for paying his attorney's fees, which is to the sum of $38,000. So she's in the hole, and she went on this huge tirade on fucking YouTube about how this, racist, Islamophobic, white nationalist from fucking England, Sargon, ruined her life and put her $38,000 in the hole, and YouTube shouldn't enable him to make money, Subscribestar shouldn't enable him to make money, yada, yada, yada. Completely fucking blown apart. Like, her life is completely fucked. That's a lot of money. And if you don't know, legal judgments like that cannot be discharged through bankruptcy. So even if she were to go bankrupt, she would not have to not pay Sargon. She will always be liable to that debt until she pays it. And there's a lot of funny things that you can do trying to collect debt. Like, you are legally allowed to basically harass people to try and get that money back. So yeah, it sucks to be her. It always sucks to be the plaintiff in a losing case, because you are, like, people automatically assume that you're a fucking asshole if you're suing someone. So good on Sargon. If nothing else, I'm very happy with that court case. And with that, I'm gonna play an outro song. Actually, I'm gonna play a video and then I'm gonna play an outro song. I have this saved on my computer, so I might as well play it. This is it's just funny to me. There's no relevance to anything that I've talked about. I just want to play it.
Zoos are lame in general, though, man. When's the last time I went to the zoo? I went to San Diego Zoo. That line was pissing on everybody.
Dude, if chimps were everywhere and they had full freedom the way people do, we'd have a fucking serious problem. It would be chaos. You wouldn't be able to leave your house. If there was as many chimps as there were people, you would never be able to get to your car. They would mug you every chance they got. They would rip your fucking feet off and fuck your ass. If you don't think chimps will steal babies and eat them, you haven't been paying attention to the literature. Crazy 800-pound silverback bursting through the trees. Samoan babies that can run fast. I mean, that's what's going to survive. Fucking diesel, square-headed, destroying machine. Incredible. Fast twitch, muscle fiber, and angst. And finally in his life, he's become special after years of neglect.
I got molested.
Did you?
Yes.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys when I see you.
Step by step, all the happy saints go marching in. And if a saint step out of line, you have to start again. Cause Jacob's golden ladder gets slippery at the top. And many a happy-go-lucky saint has made that long, long drop. If I'm late, don't wait. Go on without me. I may tarry a while, 'cause I mean to know before I go, how come the devil smile? If I'm late, don't wait. Go on without me. I may tarry a while, 'cause I mean to know before I go, how come the devil smile? Free from care, free from fear, the saints are trooping in. Children play all around the throne, innocent of sin. A trillion voices sing the name the mortal may not know. In heaven's walls too high to hear the trouble down below. If I'm late, don't wait. Go